Welcome to my channel. While I have you here, hit the subscribe button. Also like this video if you like it and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when I post my weekly videos. Today we're going to be talking about social work. So if you are a student thinking of majoring in social work, or if you are a professional thinking about switching to the career of social work, or you are already in the career of social work, this video is for you. Let's start off by just saying exactly what social work is. So social work provides aids to organizations, communities, groups, and or individuals by enhancing their abilities to thrive through evidence-based interventions and resources. Okay, so let's break that down some. There are 3 levels to social work. You have macro, meso, and micro. Macro social work is research, program development, community-based initiatives, nonprofit administration and leadership, and community organization. Let me not forget policy analysis and advocacy. That is a really big part, especially with what's going on right now. Yeah, that's a whole other video. I'm not going to get into it, but didn't want to leave that out. Mesosocial work is provided on an intermediate scale involving neighborhoods, institutions, or other smaller groups. So this would be the social workers working in your schools, your hospitals, your community centers, and your prisons. Lastly, we have micro social work. So when you're thinking about micro social work, you're thinking along the lines of families and individuals, working with families and individuals. So that's like people helping kids in foster care, or helping a homeless person find temporary housing. Those types of things will be micro social work. Depending on what population you choose to work with, what field you decide to work in, you may use one or all 3 levels of social work. Now that we have a general understanding of what social work is, let's talk about how to become a social worker. So how can you obtain a degree in social work? Also, feel free to leave any questions about social work in the comments below, and I'll be sure to answer. There are 3 social work degrees obtainable: a bachelor's, a master's, and a PhD/doctorate degree of social work. The bachelor's degree in social work is the first level. All schools don't offer a bachelor's in social work. Some schools offer psychology or sociology. You can take those tracks and then go on to get an MSW and still be a social worker. The tracks are similar. You can get a job doing similar things sometimes. However, I want to be clear that you're not a social worker unless you have a degree in social work. That's it. Those are the requirements to being a social worker: a degree in social work, period. So when we're talking about social work versus psychology or sociology on the bachelor's level, you have to realize that social work is more of a holistic approach. It's taking into account, the person's environment, things from their childhood, whereas psychology is focused on behavior and anatomy, so it's focused on the brain. And then sociology is focused on society, so patterns of social interaction and social relationships. As I stated earlier, with a bachelor level degree of psychology or sociology, you can still go into an MSW program, which is a Master of Social Work program, to obtain your social work degree and become a social worker. However, you're only allowed to do the 2-year program. You wouldn't be able to do the advanced standing 1-year program because your undergraduate degree has to be in social work to do that. And a lot of schools have requirements for their advanced standing 1-year program. Most schools, as far as I know, I'm from South Carolina, so I'm speaking in terms of South Carolina, but also, as you can see, I did go to Georgia, to Savannah State University, and I was eligible for the advanced standing 1-year program, which the eligibilities for that are to maintain a 3.0. So you have to graduate with a 3.0 undergraduate degree in social work. And then some schools require the GRE for MSW and some schools don't. As for Savannah State, they looked at only your writing score whenever I applied there back in 2016. Not that. Some schools also have a part-time program where you can obtain your master's degree in social work. It just depends on what school you're going to. You would need to look up that school and look up their requirements for their master's program or bachelor's program. Can't really talk to you guys too much about the doctoral process because I'm not there yet. I am a master's level social worker at the moment. I am licensed at the master's level, and I will do another video to talk about licensure if you guys are interested in hearing about the process to obtaining your social work license. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.